So without a compelling reason for being, a deep, meaningful, bigger than your present kind of future, you will have no reason to go through the ups and downs of your life journey. Hello friends, Angel here, and we're back, and as we continue our video series on personal leadership, today's topic is on a sense of purpose. And what does that mean? Well, when we're talking about a sense of purpose, it's the reason why you're here. And I like to start off with this quote by Friedrich Nietzsche. He says, "He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how." I'm gonna say that again. If you have a why in your life, something that you're living for, striving for, you can bear almost any how. And that has a lot to do with living with intentionality, being intentional with your life. I'm gonna ask you a question. If the formula for 100% results, to get 100% results, it's gonna be a percentage of intention and a percentage of mechanism that totals 100%. So percentage of intention plus a percentage of mechanism totals 100%. I want you to think about that and either comment on it, whatever the percentage is, 80-20, 90-10, 50-50, 70-30, whatever you think the combination is to equal 100%, put it in the comments, or direct message me if you're seeing this message on Facebook, and we'll have a conversation about that. Again, the formula for 100% results: a percentage of intention plus a percentage of mechanism being the how, intention being the why, will equal 100%. Let me know what you think. We'll talk about it in the next video. So back to a sense of purpose. So a sense of purpose, let's keep it as simple as possible. A sense of purpose or a sense of meaning is the motivation that drives you towards a satisfying future. It also helps you to get the most out of the things you're doing now, so you can get a sense of achievement and sense of fulfillment, large or small, however, whatever that may be. Whatever you're doing right now, if it's connected to a sense of purpose, if it's connected to a personal life vision, right? Because if you don't have a deep connection to a higher, a better, a bigger future than your present, if you're not striving for something like that, you're not gonna go through the ups and downs of your personal life journey. You just won't do it. You need something deep and compelling and meaningful pulling you and at the same time pushing you there. That's really, really important. Now, your sense of purpose is shaped by the things you believe in, the things you value, your morality, your code of conduct, your code of behavior. And your sense of purpose is also what's going to help you live by those. I also want to take some moment to read from a couple of things that I highlighted from this book, The 12-Week Year. I highly recommend you get it if you haven't gotten it. And it sort of talks about this. It talks about your personal life vision. Let me read some stuff from here. So it says that vision is your starting point. So vision, your personal life vision, is your starting point. The way I see that is it sort of lights up the way, sort of becomes like your flashlight. It turns on the light so you can see what are the steps and what are the things you need to be doing along the way to get to your journey. Think of your vision as like as the final destination. Where are you going? What is the end result? In the perfect world, an ideal world, what is the end result of the work that you're doing? I want peace in the world. Okay, that's an end result. I'll give you an actual example. Edison created the light bulb. But what was his vision? What was he striving for? He wanted to create a light bulb that would never have to be replaced. Did he get there? No. But did he create something amazing along the way and revolutionize the world? Yes, he did. So think of your vision kind of like the end result, where you're going. Think about your mission as the vehicle you're going to travel on. How are you going to get there? And think about your values as the lane, the boundaries, the lane that you're going to be traveling on to get to your destination. Okay? So again, your vision is the starting point. That's something to keep in mind. And it must be clear. It must be personal. It must be deep. It must be compelling. It must be big. Okay? Here's something really, really important. We create twice. We first create in our minds, and then we create it in the physical world. What do you think is the hardest? To create in your mind or to create in the physical world? Depends on who you ask, but in reality, it's much harder to create it here. Because if you can see it here first, then you can see it, you can create it in the physical manifestation. Everything that exists was in someone's mind first. The chair you sit on, the desk you're working on, the phone, the technology we're using, it was all created in someone's mind first, and then it became a physical thing. So if you can be clear here first, then you can actually see it in your physical manifestation. Now, think about like when Michael Jordan was in his prime and he was winning championship after championship after championship. Same with Tiger Woods. You know what they would do before they would go out and play their game? It would be in a personal area. Michael Jordan would be in the locker room. He would be visualizing in his mind all 48 minutes of the game. He would play the perfect game. And then he would go out into the court and play what he saw in his mind. Same with Tiger Woods. He would play the perfect game in his mind, and then he would go out into the green and play that, to replay what he saw in his mind. So we create twice, first in our mind, then in reality. Now, your personal vision, as it says in the 12-week yearbook, creates the foundation for your emotional link. Think about that. If it's deep, if it's personal, if it's meaningful, if it's big, and if you're emotionally connected to it, it's gonna ground you, and it's gonna do what I was saying earlier. It's gonna help you go through the ups and downs of your journey because you have a bigger reason why you're doing it. Now, your purpose, right? We're talking about purpose, has to come or has to be inspired in alignment with your personal vision, because that vision will provide the line of sight and the emotional link to help you get there, to help you overcome all your challenges, to help you get there, to be able to see what it is that you need to do, right? So that you can see who, what the resources that you need to get to your destination. And it also outlines, it helps you come up with your objectives, whether it's business or personal, or you're an entrepreneur, to help you get to where you're going. Now, I want to give you a really quick breakdown of how you can, or a quick exercise that can help you start identifying your purpose. First, it starts with something you love. You have to be passionate about it. Do you love it? So if you don't know what those are, make a list of the many things that you possibly love doing. Things that you absolutely love doing that give you a sense of joy and fulfillment. Number 2, are you great at it? Are you good at it? And if not, can you become great at that? Okay, so that's another thing you want to think about. Can you get paid for it? Is this thing that you love, that you're great at, or you can become great at, you can get paid for it? If you can, we're on the right track. The next thing is, does the world need it? Can this be a beneficial service or product or a thing for the world? Can it make another person's life better? If it does, you're on the right track. Those are 4 questions you can easily ask yourself. Something you love, something you're great at, that thing you love, you're great at, that thing you love and you're great at, you can get paid for it, that thing you love, you're great at, and you can get paid for it. You can make someone's lives better. You can impact lives in a positive way. Because if you ask anybody, or if you talk to anybody who's living an intentional life and a life of purpose, I guarantee you they're helping someone. They're doing it to help others. But don't be confused. That is not your purpose. If I walk up to you and I ask you, what is your purpose? Don't come at me and tell me to help people. Because that's the result of what you're going to be. That's going to happen. You're going to help people. That's what it is. But how? What? In what way? Are you clear? And if you're familiar with Napoleon Hill and his principles to succeed, the very first principle is definiteness of purpose. You have to be clear about what you're here to do and what you're doing and what are you doing it for. Don't tell me you were here to help people. I know you will. You're going to help people, but how? When you identify your personal vision, again, a bigger, deep, meaningful, compelling, bigger vision of your present, much bigger. Okay? And then that's going to help you identify your purpose. Once you identify your purpose, you get to work. Okay? Hope that helps you. If it does, share it with a friend, comment, like the video, subscribe to my channel so you can get more videos. And then after this video, we're going to be talking about intuition. Again, we're talking about personal leadership. what is personal leadership is comprised of. We're talking about self-mastery. In order to master yourself, you have to have leadership presence. What is presence? And then we're talking about the 7 qualities that make up presence. And our next one is going to be on intuition. Take care.